Good morning. It's Monday, February 23rd, and that means two things. I just found out why a lot of American schools have banned shoes with lights in the soles, and that made me sad. It's also time for the Lighting Bulletin, pound for pound, your best source for lighting industry news. Let's get into it because BrightSwitch has published their rebate trends report for the year. In 2026, 75% of the US geographically will be covered by some manner of commercial rebate. Lucent has bought Technical Assembly. These are two UK firms coming together for an undisclosed price. Franklin Empire has bought O'Neill Electric Supply. This is an electrical distributor securing an Ontario business in the same field with no details on price. Wind Supply has bought Central Corp. Oh, guess what? No details on price. Illumis will be moving Barnlight's operations. Barnlight had been working out of Titusville, Florida. That facility will close, and all that work will move to Sanford, Florida. 84 employees at Barnlight's Titusville facility will not be following. NEMA's latest business confidence index survey is in, and it shows that people are not that confident. Lightline has picked visual interest for the Western region. Omnicable has expanded their deal with Leicester Sales to 8 new states, and Leviton has partnered with Ard and Winter for the U.S. Southeast. Signify has begun another share buyback program. This is much more specific. They are going after 750,000 shares from specific holders. Universal Display is raising their quarterly dividend this quarter with 50 cents a share for anyone who already is bought in. That'll go out on March 31st. Ferguson has declared their dividend for the quarter with 89 cents per share. That'll go out on the 30th of April. Fagerholt has released their year-end report. Revenues are up overall, just slightly. We have yet another bill to end daylight saving time in America. This time, the Daylight Act will go before Congress. Integrate U is opening a new training space, offering 3-day training sessions at their lighting excellence dojo in South Florida. Sonepar wants you to know they have AI. Sonepar wants you to know they have AI, specifically new tools for B2B sales and customer service. They're live now. Dan Krajewski has been picked as branch manager at Warshauer. Zach Kincaid is now VP of Procurement for Border States. We have board changes at Siemens AG. We have new board changes at IDEA. Wind Supply is promoting Jesse Backman to their East Coast area leader, and Terry Jewell joins the board of Light Justice. So, Metalcraft Spinning and Stamping has opened a new facility in Niagara Falls, New York. This is a Canadian company based in Niagara Falls, Ontario, but they are going to open a second shop on the U.S. side to avoid tariffs. They make housings for fixtures out of aluminum, mostly, among other metal stamped products. In British Columbia, there are 2 plans to build rare earths mines, but they may be treading on native rights. The current lawsuit alleges that they're in violation of the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act. Lighting Europe has released a new carbon plan for manufacturing. The new decarbonization cohort program offers frameworks for manufacturers to reduce their greenhouse gases. Wild has launched a new scholarship. The Wild Spark Scholarship is open to student and emerging professional members. Eaton has been named to Fortune's Most Admired Companies list. This listing is based on surveys and peer reviews. Lowe's is expanding its pro services with a new aisle and points card. On the tariff tracker, the U.S. has recorded the 3rd highest trade deficit ever. Mid-sized U.S. companies have paid 3 times as much in tariffs in 2025 as opposed to 2024. And the United States Supreme Court has ruled that the emergency tariffs that came in last year were illegal. The president who imposed those tariffs immediately claimed that he'll set 10% tariffs globally under a different section of the Tariff Act, and then said, actually, it's 15. I'm recording this on Saturday afternoon. There's a non-zero chance that by the time you're hearing this, he's changed his mind again and possibly declared war on Romulus. I don't know. Developing developments will develop. Follow me on social media. I'll keep you up to date as best I can. The Federal Circuit Court has allowed Polygroup v. Ellis Electric Co. to go ahead. This case concerns pre-lit trees, like artificial Christmas trees with lights already in them. That complaint will go ahead. In events news, the registration is open for IALDs in Latin Europe. Early bird pricing is going to go ahead until the 24th of March. The event itself is in June in Paris. Speaking of things that happen in March, if you're in Frankfurt from the 8th to the 13th, you can go to Maine, Frankfurt am Maine. They are adding a lot of lighting programming. This is generally an architecture and design show, but they're going real heavy on the theming and presentations for lighting right now. Also in October, on the 26th and 27th, you have the Design Lights Consortium Summit. They are going to be talking about the next generation of lighting controls, integration, and how that relates to the environment. That'll happen in Los Angeles. On October 8th, we have Circular Lighting Live. That's in person in London in the UK. And NEMRA has announced their first ever Lighting Summit. That event is set for October 15th to 17th in Dallas. In lighting controls, the DALI Alliance has announced that they will announce new resources. These new developments and new programs will be presented at Light and Building. The JDRF Electromag will be presenting a self-commissioning luminaire level lighting control course. This is AI product training set to run on the 26th of February or March 5th if you want to sign up for that. Helco has partnered with MW Connect. This new partnership will improve their Bluetooth platform. The Lighting Controls Academy has published a new 3-part video course on control system design. We have a survey of data from Viasat that shows that hybrid satellite networks outperform terrestrial IoT deployments. Las Vegas, Nevada is adding AI to improve pedestrian safety. This is new smart city tech coming online. Josh.ai has partnered with Deco for new home automations tools. Leviton has partnered with Sonos, which means that their controls will integrate sound and music into their lighting. Bryant University undergrad has developed an AI for street safety. Quinn Arnold has developed Safe Walk AI. Hopefully, that helps some people out. Alaska is adopting AI for pedestrian safety. This is a new pilot project from their State Department of Transportation in Kodiak. And Tenga, maker of adult novelties, has suffered a data breach. The company assures everyone that all of your usage data is fine, totally fine. It's okay. Keep calm. Carry on. In research and development, survey says that people like natural lighting. This is a new workplace and happiness study that tries to address productivity with design interventions. And it turns out, yeah, windows are good, guys. Windows are good. We have a new study that suggests that the rise in myopia has a different cause than what we might think. Generally, this gets blamed on screen time, but it turns out that lighting in general might not be bright enough for close-up work. This is based on a study from the SUNY College of Optometry. far UVC might be good for mitigating or preventing the spread of bird flu. Uh, this is a study of the highly pathogenic avian influenza in poultry, specifically chickens, maybe also turkeys, but this is funded by the Innovation Grant Challenge Award. We have a new study that shows that color saturation might still affect the colorblind. Colors continue to stimulate your brainwaves, even if you can't tell the difference between them, which is cool. And Rice University spent a weekend figuring out how to rebuild Edison's light bulb from scratch, the 1879 version, the 1879 bulb. And they may have discovered that Edison's bulbs that used carbon filaments, he may have also been generating graphene from them, which is neat. On the light pollution cycle of things, we know that now that light at night alters the circadian rhythms and sleep quality of female rats, but it doesn't change their blood pressure, and that's neat. We have a new framework for the study of bird safety from Guangdong University. Optometrists in Canada have confirmed that headlights are indeed too bright. We have a new study that shows light pollution reduces the activity of invasive crayfish, but makes local insects fatter. A sleep study shows that sleep study participants really don't like reporting on their sleep quality. This is based on data collected from United States submariners. Maine has a new act to promote responsible outdoor lighting, and it goes into effect on September 30th. Hawaii has proposed a new statewide light pollution law. We have law changes in New Zealand threatening the dark sky space over Kaikoura. An Iowa bill would propose new lighting systems for wind turbines. Minnesota lawmakers are moving on a data center moratorium. Part of that concerns light pollution. The United Kingdom National Lottery has funded a new dark skies project over Northumberland. Utah's dark sky license plate is now available if you live in the state and want to pay extra for a fancy license plate to support the cause. That's for you. The Audubon Society has launched a Bird Safe Buffalo campaign in Western New York. Big Bend National Park is pushing back on border infrastructure, specifically the fence and the lighting on the Rio Grande. Old Snowmass, Colorado has been recognized by Dark Sky International. Pine County, Minnesota cannabis farms are technically in compliance in terms of their lighting, especially their use of lighting at night. In Ireland, Mayo County has completed their light pollution street lighting project. Michael Stephen Harris has won the South Downs Astrophotography contest. And on Fenwick Island, Delaware, a bagel shop has been fined $33,250 for lighting violations. The owner is contesting that, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of days to have your lights on. In indoor horticulture, the Rowlands Lambton Shores, Ontario facility will be adding 12 acres of indoor growing. We have Pidstrup buying Lab Mundial, no details on price there. And Sunwell is celebrating their 300th grocery store partner. They grow microgreens inside, and that's cool. News section this week, true crime. Los Angeles, California is repairing 400 vandalized streetlights. Sacramento, California is preparing a bill to confront organized copper theft. People just keep smashing flock cameras, not to steal the copper, not to steal the solar panels, just because they don't like how Flock gives all the camera data to law enforcement agencies without a warrant. A St. Paul man has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for his role in stealing copper from streetlights. A court has ordered a Fort Worth, Texas motel to end drug use and solicitation on its property with lighting. I'm sure that'll work. And in Winkler, Texas, the sheriffs are dealing with increased copper thefts as well. Lastly, on the crime blotter, we have a former FBI agent who is not currently on the case blaming Tucson, Arizona's dark sky lighting rules for issues in pursuing the Guthrie kidnapping investigation because the FBI is just going through all the connected surveillance cameras that everyone in the neighborhood has that they can get without a warrant, and they're not being that they just can't find a license plate on all that data. And rather than admit that they're not able to investigate this crime, they're just blaming lighting rules. And the blogosphere is following that along. And that's dumb. That's dumb, actually. In local news, we have new rebates for businesses in Vermont. We have $1 million in improvements for Coney Island's business district. We have new residential energy programs going ahead in Minnesota. We have $2.7 million to upgrade street lighting in Las Vegas, Nevada. South Carolina State University is revamping their security after 3 school shootings. That includes lighting. Boulder, Colorado has completed their street lighting project. We have $200 million to revamp lighting and other infrastructure elements in Albany, New York. We have $600,000 in projects planned for Suffolk, New York. We have $20,000 to remove PCBs from Olympia, Washington school lighting. We have a new neon sign for the Pike Place Market in Seattle going up. The Bay Bridge is turning their decorative lighting back on after a year. We have new artistic lighting planned for Nanaimo, BC's Art Walk. We have new lighting going ahead in Statesville, North Carolina, and Kaiser, Oregon is getting their new lighting on their Little League fields. In world news, Russia and Cuba are urging the U.S. to end a fuel blockade to the island because they've been on a very strict energy austerity program since the events of Venezuela earlier in the year. The Reserve Bank of India has eased the rules surrounding overseas borrowing for infrastructure projects, and the Kyoto Japan Lantern Festival drew a record 10,000 visitors in 1 week. In things that I just think are weird, I have instructions on how you observe infrared light. We have how to turn wood and paper into a lampshade. We have how to charge your phone with indoor light alone. We have how to build circuit graphs with LED filaments, how to make a lamp that reacts to radio waves in a fun way, and from the debunking zone, no, showering in the dark won't fix your insomnia. Try something else, buddies. And these lampshades are made of bacterial cellulose. But why? Anyway, there's a link in the description where you can read all of these stories. You can also just enjoy your week. I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you for your time and your attention. See ya.